my name is Eric and I'm doing another one of my photography vlogs called One Body, One Lens, One Roll, One Day. I am here at Medina Marsh on a nice chilly Saturday morning. Yeah, I probably should have worn my gloves, but I didn't. And today's camera is my Pentax 645 and you've seen this one a couple times. However, I have got a new lens for you. I managed to pick up the Pentax SMC-A 80-160 f4.5. So this is a constant aperture lens. It's a stays at 4.5 no matter where I'm at. My zoom, 80-160 and 35mm terminology. 50-100, maybe 60-120, something like that. So nice normal to maybe headshot type stuff. However, I am walking around Medina Marsh, so I'm just going to be doing some landscape stuff with what I got. Unlike some of the other prime lenses that I've shot for this thing, this being a zoom, I can actually stay stationary and go wide and go, get a little closer. It does have a minimum distance of about 1 meter, so about 3 feet, maybe 3.5 feet, depending. So I can get a little closer than some of the other lenses. I've got a 200mm f4, and the minimum distance on that thing is 7 feet, so I can get it closer with this one. Today's film is some Kodak VPN E100, expired 1995. Now, shooting expired slide film is a lot more tricky, so I did some reading up on it because I have not had great luck shooting really expired slide film. Stuff that's been a year or two out of date, yeah, I've done okay with. But this being 30 years old, most people that articles that I've read say shoot it at rated, maybe do one stop overexposure. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot it at one stop over. This is 100 speed. I'm going to shoot it at 50 speed, and I'm going to walk around and let's see what we can get. I'm going to go load it up. I'll be right back. Okay, so she's all loaded up. I've got a grass path I can go down. I've got a pond up there. I know there's some geese up there. Maybe you'll hear them. Let me go see what I can get. All right, this lens actually has a pretty decent focus throw. It goes almost, almost halfway around. So, gotta go like this and spin it a couple times just because it's a big barrel. So the nice thing is it's got that long throw, so I can really fine tune my manual focus. But sometimes it does take me a second to grab it. All right, let me see what else I can get. So EPN Kodak slide film. By nature, Kodak films tend to be a little on the warm tones, the yellows, maybe the oranges, have a little extra kick to them, a little bit of extra saturation to them. Where Agfa films back in the day had, it was very hot tone, the reds, the oranges had their little extra something. Fuji's were cool tone type stuff, so your greens had that little extra kick to it. Maybe even maybe a little bit of the purples. Konica film back in the day loved blue film, so you see a nice blue sky up here. The Konica film would have loved this stuff. However, since they haven't made Konica film in probably over 20 years, it's all expired stuff, and I have had mixed luck shooting expired Konica film. Some of it's been really good, some of it's been not so good, but that's half the fun of shooting expired stuff. You don't necessarily know what you're going to get, and that kind of adds to the mystery, and am I going to get something? Boy, sun just crept out. All right. I'm going to keep going down a little bit. I'm not going to go too far. Ground's still a little soggy from rain. So let me see what I can get. All right, I'm on shot 12. We're going to head that direction and get some more shots. All right, be right back. So as you can see, there's lots of glare coming off of this pond. If I had my polarizer with me, I could tone that down a little bit. But as it is, I kind of like the glare coming up of it and the reflections. But on a nice calm day, because it is a little breezy, if you catch the ponds that are like not moving at all, you can get some really cool reflections of whatever's up in the sky. So sometimes polarizers are a good thing. Sometimes, you know, you want that glare, so you don't do it. All right, I'm on shot 15. Let me get a shot here. Okay, so this is a Pentax 645, and the shoots in a 645 kind of rectangular format. There are other sizes of medium format cameras, and I've shot a couple ones. They're 6x6 square, so that would be like a twin lens camera, like Mamiya C220, a Bronica, a Hasselblad, Yashica mats, some of the other old twin like Rolleicords and stuff like that, usually shot 6x6 square. And you get about 12 shots per roll. I'm getting about 16 because I'm a 645. There are 6.7 cameras like Mamiya RB67s and RZ67s. And a Pentax 6.7 looks like a 35mm on steroids. 6x9, 6x8s, and every time you go up in that size scale, you get less and less photos. One of the biggest cameras I've shot, if you go back to the 100th episode, I shot a Fujica G617, 6x17 kind of panoramic medium format. I was getting 4 shots per roll of 120. Yeah, 4 shots. It was just not that many shots. Now, it's an oops episode because I did not know how to fire the film correctly. I was not cocking the lens shutter, so none of my film was getting exposed. But if you want to learn more about that G617, go check it out. Don't worry about the photos at the end. There aren't any. All right, I got 1 shot left. Frame it up nice and neat. And there you go. All right, again, today's camera was a Pentax 645N with an 80-160 Pentax SMC-A. With some expired Ektachrome 100 from 1995, Ep122, I believe. I have to double check the beginning, but expired slide film can be kind of tricky. I've had mixed luck with it. You know, gotten some good ones and with some very, you know, short dated stuff within a year or two. But the stuff that's been 20, 30 years old, yeah, I've gotten okay results on some. I have not done great with others, but let's see how this roll turns out. It's always fun to play with it, especially when you're shooting stuff that you remember shooting when it first came out. All right, if I get any images, it'll probably be about 4 to 6 weeks from today, which is mid-March, because I've got to send it out. No lab does it in-house in a time frame. At least not in the immediate area. So photos will be posted at the end. Feel free to give them a thumbs up if I get anything, or hopefully it's not an oops episode. You never know. Feel free to comment on your experience with Kodak Chrome / slide film. Either current stuff, you know, E100, or with your experience with the 80-160 Pentax lens, or any of the other Pentax family cameras. Feel free to share the episode if you like the results, saying, hey, that was a cool film, I'm going to share it. Feel free to subscribe as new episodes come out about every Friday and every Saturday, with bonus episodes every now and then. Again, check out that G617 episode, or go back, and I shot some other twin lens cameras, probably in the episode 20 to 30-ish. I don't remember the names of those, but they were like from the 1950s. So those were kind of cool. I had to play the Sunny 16 roll rather than more of the automatic features that this has. All right, thanks for watching. Stay warm. See you next episode.